Ashley gonna love this one. You know what I'm saying? Because she was in my comments about this one. Miss Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
Oh Lord.
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see how Kay gonna react to this one.
She talking her talk.
I like how she was liking my comments on something, so I like her.
I'm on her side right now.
I'm on her side right now.
Let me find out that's your girlfriend.
It might be.
All right, well, look, let me go ahead and read it. She's on Love and Fly Shit episode. And they were just talking about dating relationships, men, and one of the hosts asked her, "Why you ain't married?" So we're going to this whole debacle of a conversation. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let's get it.
A decision. I don't believe that people are bad. Their decisions are what need to be corrected. And the root of their decision comes from who? The whole person of who they are. So again, the fig tree isn't bad.
That Gucci Pride jacket is nasty.
The fig tree wasn't producing. So because it wasn't producing, God cursed it and said, you just won't be blessed again.
All right, Doc, tell me this. How can a low value man be high functioning? That's what I want to know. How can a low value man be high functioning? Tell me that.
Hold on, let me take me a sip.
Yeah, me too.
Because that does what you just said leads into that question. Because
he took it straight. He said, "Hold on, y'all had your woman talk. We gonna take
I'm going way too long."
Dang.
Okay. How can a low value man be high functioning?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to clear this up.
Okay.
Kevin Samuels used his low value or his term of value as the noun of value, which is morals and values, which I love that too. I loved his term as well, right? Morals and values of a person. I use the value term as an adjective word, which is value in your success, your accolades, your money, your relationships, what you got going on socially, economically. So when I say a man can be low value, that just means that he doesn't make a lot of money. His economic status isn't high. He's not affluent. High functioning just means that this man has emotional intelligence. He has ability to regulate his emotions. He has ability to sit and create resolve with us and not bring in more impairment into our conversation, right? A perfect example of high functioning is what me and your beautiful wife just did.
Yeah.
We had a perception exchange. There's things that she heard me say that she pushed back on, but there was never a time where our emotions wouldn't allow us to receive each other.
Right.
Yeah,
and still not have a respectful conversation. And after this, still give a hug and love on each other and have a glass of wine if we wanted to, right? So again, low value man is a man who just economically isn't affluent.
Gotcha.
Doesn't make a lot of money, just to put it out there easy. High functioning means this man can have a conversation.
Okay.
This man can regulate his emotions.
Okay.
He can receive a difference in opinion.
Okay.
Right? He is not fleeing or sabotaging the conversation as soon as things don't go his way, because his inability to sit in uncomfortable emotions or sit in discomfort when the table isn't turning to him. Just like a high value, low functioning man, which is a lot of many men who are in power are high value, low functioning. High value meaning what? They got the money, they got the value, they got the home, they got the real estate portfolio, they got the yacht, they can travel, right? They can in their illusion and their fake fairy tale ideology can purchase a woman. Woman can't be bought. That's a whole nother episode.
Oh, some
They
can't.
can't be bought. They being bought every day.
Let's talk about that too.
They being bought right now.
And men are getting exactly what they paying for.
And when you say that, what you mean?
They're getting what they paying for. That's
like.
You ready?
Yeah,
They getting either vagina, an STD, or a baby mama.
Okay.
That's it. That's all you buying. You can't buy substance. You can't buy love. You can't buy this. You can't buy marriage. This ain't bought. Okay, this ain't bought. This is built. This is built. This is intimacy. This is love. This is conversation. This is love each other by knowledge of each other. This can't be bought.
For sure.
You have a woman.
Well, you can't buy love, but you can buy a woman though. She might not love you.
You can buy a body.
Okay.
There you go.
You can buy a vessel.
Okay.
You can have an exchange for a service from a woman, whether it's time, sex, or time or sex. Oh, I'm sorry. Time or sex. Oh, I'm sorry. Those aren't substances, right? So you can buy those. That's called solicitation and prostitution. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Now you asked about high functioning and low value.
Yeah.
A high value, low functioning guy has a lot of money, has value, but he has low functioning behavior. He can't process his emotions. He has a lot of narcissistic characteristics. If the conversation goes in a way that doesn't work for him, guess what? On to the next.
It's a lot of
he's
men
gonna
like
sabotage. Yeah. Or he doesn't want to have this conversation anymore. Or you just not conducive for him.
Okay.
Right? So in that circumstance I just described, that's a man who is more than likely doing what? Buying a woman.
So
let me say better, buying a body. Because you can't buy a woman, you're buying a body. You're buying a body.
So tell me this. So would a woman prefer a low value, high functioning man? Is that something you would prefer?
A woman?
No, I'm speaking to you.
Oh, me. So I love that. So if I had to choose between a high value, low functioning, right? Or high functioning, low value man, I would take the low value, high functioning.
You would?
I have to have a man who loves me, supports me, who understands intimacy, not just sex, who can hold a conversation with me, an intellectual conversation, who can be transactional and relational with me, who, when my strong opinion gets strong, he can sit in the discomfort of that. When his strong opinion gets strong, I can sit in that discomfort and still make him dinner. I can still make sure daddy has what he needs in the morning for work. I can still make sure that he is well taken care of.
Would you still respect him like a high value man?
Yes.
Okay.
So at this point in your life.
Now, let me be clear. I didn't say a man who was lazy or broke or didn't work, because low value men just means they make less money. They're not men that don't work. These men are educated. These men are working. They're blue collar men. Blue collar men make six figures. They make six figures.
I mean, they make six. I feel if a man makes six figure, I don't really classify him as low value, man. You reached a six figure point.
So, and this is the thing, right?
It's very subjective.
There you go.
Yeah.
We agree on that. Low value is subjective.
Okay.
I always say, for me personally, I'm not clocking the dollar amount that my husband makes. It's what lifestyle can we provide ourselves and our family collectively. So, it's a lifestyle we can provide, because you don't need a lot of money for certain lifestyles.
Okay, I heard what you're saying. So would you take a high functioning man making $50,000 a year?
That wouldn't fit my lifestyle.
So you wouldn't take him?
Not because he makes $50,000.
Why?
It is because he makes $50,000.
It is because he makes 50 high functioning.
It's not the judgment of the dollar amount.
What is it?
It's because of where I'm at in my lifestyle. So it wouldn't be equally yoked. It wouldn't be yin yang for me. Now, let's just say.
So that's the reason, though.
That's the reason.
Dr. Cheyenne, because you said you wouldn't take him if he made $50,000. It's not about judgment. It's about the fact that you just can't pay for what you need to pay for.
What I'm saying is, if a woman is in the space where she's making $80,000, and this man can add to whatever her lifestyle is, and he makes $50,000, for her that is conducive. I'm not going to say the amount I make, but I do really, really well.
Yeah.
And so if I got with a man who's making $50,000, I would be the breadwinner, and I would be taking full care of him, because the lifestyle that I have for myself and my family wouldn't be fair to him, because he would come in and he wouldn't even be able to slightly provide.
That would total sense. Makes total sense. I wouldn't take a man as making.
Okay, so what are y'all thoughts on this? Marky, go ahead. I know you wanted to.
Like, bro, that was some funny shit. She literally like contradicted herself, like even they try to say her, like, well, that's what you mean. Like, you make less money. Like, it's crazy to me, like, what a whole bunch of girls think that being was emotionally intelligent means that they pretty much will get along or agree with everything you say. That's emotional intelligence. It's not because if you have something else to say, like that's not right, then you're not emotionally intelligent and you're trying to start a fight and trying to do all this. So pretty much emotional intelligence is, hey, as long as you can keep whatever I say, you're still cool. You don't disagree with it. You're emotionally intelligent. Like I'm saying, like some of these new women are just like they're like what I can see a man being back in the 40s. Like just I run shit. You ain't gotta tell you why. Hey, I make money. I do this. This is what it is. Point blank. That's it. But I would picture a man back in the 40s and the 50s. That's how I picture like modern women now. It's just like just some of the shit just don't make sense.
Ashley, you scratching your head up there.
Because I have a lot to say, but if you want to, someone else can go.
Okay. Raw. Okay.
Emotional intelligence has nothing to do with agreeing with the person. It has everything to do with communication, proper communication, understanding.
So you know,
hold on, Mark. Let it go. Let it cook.
All right, good.
I mean, that was the end of that.
But no. Real quick. What she just did, just right now, like what you just said, right? Sounds good, cool. What she just said right now, she said she'd rather have a man that's low value, high function. And literally right after that, pretty much without saying those words, said she wouldn't take a dude that's like that. So like just because y'all a lot of times y'all say this stuff, but what you actually mean is totally different. Like she literally believed it. Huh?
She literally explained it after she said it, and yet your ears turned off and went to the first thing that you misunderstood, and now you're moving forward with it. She explained
did it still make any sense? You tell how did it make any sense? It still
okay.
was.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll go now. All right. You also have to think of tax bracket wise. If someone is making in millions of dollars, tax bracket wise, her saying that she wants a low value, high functioning, her tax bracket then moves up. She's not going to go for 50,000. She's going to then go for someone who makes closer to her, but is still considered low value to a high functioning. She's not looking for somebody who's high functioning or high value and low functioning, which is what she was talking about is a lot of men, right? So to her, no, she can't date someone who makes $50,000.
Well, she said she
it's not
would.
conducive to her lifestyle.
Well, she said she would though. She said she would rather have a man.
No, she said that she would date somebody who makes less than her, but it still needs to be conducive to her lifestyle. She doesn't want to be a provider. She wants a man to provide. He just doesn't have to make as much as her. But 50,000 isn't going to work for her if she makes millions.
Okay, all right, cool. Is anyone that's low value making millions? No. So like I said, like almost like what Ross said. Like I was trying to say the whole thing about the fat thing. Just because you say something doesn't mean it doesn't mean something else. Like you might say, like,
sorry,
but no, I 100% get what she's saying. She doesn't want anyone that's out of her tax bracket. She wants to have someone that's equal to her or make more, and with her, that's going to work for them, which is totally fine. But what she said was, because it sounded hella good, that she wasn't like, you know, some snooty kind of girl. She was like, yo, yeah, I'll take someone who's low value, high functioning. So low value means, even the other man said, it's under $100,000. She ain't gonna take that.
Yeah.
And that's when she said it's subjective.
Yes, to her tax bracket, if you make $500,000, that might not be conducive to her. So she considers that as low value. She is also speaking to an audience. So to us, like she said, someone who makes 80,000 is conducive for someone to make 50,000. Now it goes up. So somebody who makes maybe 500,000, maybe that also isn't in her tax bracket. You have to remember that it's selective on where your lane is. You shouldn't be shooting for somebody who is like that because that's not what she's looking for. So that's all. So if you're going to think about it as that, think about your own tax bracket and where you sit. And then for that specific, then go down to what you wouldn't take. Would you accept a woman who makes $30,000?
They don't care about how much a woman makes. That's why they don't get it.
Yes, that part is
we care about what women makes.
Do you?
Y'all don't. Y'all said y'all don't.
Oh no. Yeah, but say we don't. Like no one cares. But right. What I'm saying is, like,
so someone for her that makes $500K or $50K could be considered too low for her low value.
She's expecting to live a certain lifestyle with her partner, right? So if she wants to live a certain lifestyle and turns into being the provider, then she's not going to be happy with that low value, high functioning man. He's got to be somewhere near. That way they can live the type of lifestyle that works for them.
That sounds stupid as fuck.
She doesn't want to be the provider.
Right.
She needs to say, yeah, exactly.
I want a man's perspective.
So you don't have to, if she's making $1 million, you don't have to make $1 million too. You can make $500,000 and she might be like, okay, that's fine.
That's her choice.
But if you make $50,000, she's probably not looking at you because you can't keep up with her, and she can't live you can't participate and contribute to the lifestyle that she wants.
Why not?
So in your lane. Stay
in a regular world, you get $500,000. You can say that they are low value.
That she is not in a regular
no value to her.
But again, anyone in any world.
Hey, Marcus, hold up.
No value. Like that's just not.
No. Time out, Marcus. Time out. First thing she said is you can't buy a bitch, right? She said
you can buy a body.
Right.
And she explained that too. I don't understand.
So
keep going.
If we talking about tax brackets and I gotta be in a certain tax bracket, and technically I'm buying a bitch.
You're not buying nothing.
Nah, let's speak English.
Silly conversation.
You're not buying anything.
Nah.
The only thing that you have is what is the level that you're on. That's the level of value that you have. You're not buying her, especially if you're not up to her level.
And Peppa Pig to the side. Let's talk English.
So stupid.
We are talking English, and so I don't understand how you
don't say that I'm not speaking English when you clearly understand me. You just refuse to to accept it.
And I think it's a little bit of projecting, not gonna lie, but you're projecting on something that's not even in your tax bracket, so it's okay.
In ears all day. If you worried about where the fuck I'm at, if I'm low value, high functioning, and you not gonna fuck with me, so I gotta get my value up, I'm buying the bitch.
You're not buying anything. You're leveling yourself up.
Yes,
and if that's not somewhere you can be, then don't deal with her. Like, why does it even matter to you?
Yeah, go for somebody who you don't feel like you have to buy. I'm just confused sometimes, and I feel like it's projection
because y'all speaking Chinese.
No, we're not. You just need to find a girl that fits your lane. You're married. You found one that fits your lane, and it works for you. So why are you then worried about what another woman is saying about what she wants with her man?
No, what she's saying is, if I
matter what the fuck I got or not.
Well, luckily you don't have to just don't agree, and that's fine.
If I said I love poor people, but I said, oh no, I would never be around poor people. I would never be around someone who makes $30,000, $50,000 a year. I would never be. That's just not my lifestyle. But I love poor people. I love them. Like
she said, debate. There's no problem being in a room.
Let me just tell y'all.
No, you gotta see what she said though. What she said she would
because she got different preferences.
The word she's using, the word she's using, to say something to make her look good.
We don't want to hear what we want to hear. Marcus might agree, but I know Courtney agrees. If you are high functioning, a byproduct of that is you are high value.
That's not true.
No, right. because she did because exactly that's why she tried to differentiate it from what Kevin Samuels said. Kevin Samuels put both of those together. A high value man is all of that, not
right.
Just,
and so you're arguing You're arguing something different.
No, because
you're telling her no, that's not what she said.
No, because when you're a high functioning man, or a high value man, in Kevin Samuels' words, you're putting all that together. That means you are social economically up there and your emotional intelligence up there. So in her, you just are socially economically up here, and your value and your what you call it, the
economic.
No, not the economic. The your vibration level is down here. Right. So that means you're talking about two different things here.
And she explained that.
Literally said that she's not referring to Kevin Samuels' version.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because she made it a stupid version.
Yeah, okay. She tried to make it easy to make it fit the argument of what she was talking about, which is why she called herself slippy. That's why she contradicted herself. Right?
She didn't contradict herself at all.
No, she did not. This is how I know you guys weren't listening, because he literally asked her.
I know, and they literally got on her page.
Right,
after she explained it,
and they got on the same. They were like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." What you think is something, and because she's separated, now you guys, your brains are frazzled.
All right, here's how I'm gonna dead all this right now. Do you want to know what a fucking high functioning low value or?
I don't believe anything that men think about high functioning and high value. I disagree with that.
Do you want to know what a low functioning high value person is?
You can't redefine what she's defining. She says she doesn't think about high functioning. She didn't redefine it. She said this is her definition. She said she understands what Kevin Samuels says, but she has a different interpretation of it.
That's redefining.
She's explaining her she's not.
Okay.
She has a different interpretation. She's not changing changing it.
Based on her.
No, that's her definition. She's not redefining it. She's not saying this isn't what he's doing. This is what she wants.
Based on her definition, explain to the class what you gathered from it.
I gathered exactly what she said.
No,
High functioning to her, high functioning is having basically being emotionally intelligent, having good moral character, making good decisions,
being ambitious.
You know, things like that. It's your character. It's who you are innately.
From money.
Your value,
high
function. That's high functioning. Your value, she's attaining to your economic status, how much money you make, how much you're worth. And that's why she's saying she values a man who has good moral character, who can have intelligent conversations, who is emotionally intelligent, and as opposed to having high economic value, making a whole lot of money, and you're a shitty ass person. So yeah, she's going for the character of the person instead of the money. However, you're not going to make $20 an hour and date her and she's a fucking millionaire. That's not going to work for her because it's not conducive to her lifestyle. She doesn't want to be a provider. She doesn't want the man.
Why is that not conducive to her lifestyle?
She's okay with not being equally yoked, or she's okay with not dating somebody that has more money than her. As long as you have that character, which is most important to most people, she's okay with it. And she's saying that she cannot be bought.
If I said I don't date girls, if I say I don't date overweight girls, and I'm like, and it's like, in my mind, an overweight girl is 120. Wouldn't you be like, what? What do you like? Kind of like, what are you talking about? Like just me using those words, and I'd be like, you know what? Like, yeah, I'll date anyone, and then a slim girl comes in, she's like 120. Oh, no, I don't do that. That's in my mind what I think overweight is. Wouldn't that be kind of crazy? Like I'm not explaining it right. I'm just not explaining.
To me,
it right.
to me, the overweight wouldn't be 120, and that would be extreme to me, and it wouldn't make sense to me. But if that's what you want, then that's what you got. I ain't no 120, and that would be fine. I wouldn't
100% what you said. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with what she wants. There's nothing wrong with what she wants. Absolutely nothing. Like I agree with what she wants. You're not even listening to us. She's trying to say something to make it feel and sound good. Yes, I would date a dude who will make a lot of money. I would do that, but she won't. How you not understand that? What she wants
y'all want it to be black and white. Y'all want it to be the way that you want it to be.
That's
not the way that it is.
No, it's
you
not.
have to have enough money. You have to have enough money. Is what she's saying. You have to be making enough money.
I'm not even gonna speak for all men. I'm gonna just keep it unbiasedly raw. When people speak like that, it sounds like y'all want a bum ass nigga.
Okay.
That's literally not what she's saying, but that's
right. Literally exactly what the fuck she's saying. She wants the same bum ass nigga that Nicki Minaj went out there and got that was high functioning, low value, and the nigga was outside trying to fight everybody and do all this dumb shit in the streets and fuck her shit up.
That would be considered high value, low functioning right there.
Exactly. This is how I know you guys weren't listening. You literally chose a man.
She said she wanted a
man who is not high functioning. He is actually low. He just has economic status of money. Like that's not the same thing that she's saying.
You can't get money without function.
Okay.
You can get money without function. Look at fucking Cardi B's ex-husband. He doesn't have good character. He cheated on her a bunch of times, but he got millions of dollars.
Ooh.
He's considered high functioning.
Ex. We were just talking about him.
Offset, the nigga that's in the studio 5 out of 7 days at the
week.
He
got millions of dollars, but he's got low moral character if he's cheating on this girl and doing all kinds of other shit. That's what he's talking. That's what he's saying.
Because functioning means you're actually in motion doing something. That nigga in the studio
just don't
5 out of 7 days out the week. That nigga's functioning.
He's not functioning well.
She's also said ambitious. She said ambitious, and he's doing something. So that's part of being high functioning. So yeah, that's part of that too.
That is functioning.
High functioning. He's
you're taking one bit of piece out of that and saying he's not high functioning. That's still considered high functioning based off of her own definition. That's what high functioning. That's what
he doesn't have good emotional intelligence. He doesn't have emotional intelligence.
He puts her shit out on a culmination of things in order to qualify for it.
Is she a high functioning, high value woman?
I don't know her.
I don't know. We don't know.
Now y'all don't know her. All right. So the proof is in the pudding.
Go.
And so the proof is in the pudding. She's a high fat. She talks the way she talks. She's a high value, high functioning woman. Why is she in these circles with these type of men? Because I'm pretty sure she is, since she's in this certain tax bracket. She's in these type of circles with these so-called high functioning, high value men. Why don't she have one?
Because she ain't find the one that she want.
Why?
Bullshit.
For whatever reason, like you act like people are single because there's something wrong with them. People can choose to be single. People can choose. There's a lot of women that don't want to date for a while. There's a lot of people that don't want to date. There's men that don't want to date and don't want to get married.
Men and women aren't the same. We date for two different reasons. So
there's something wrong with them.
Exactly. You guys are so separate, and yet you're trying to merge us right now. With
we're not trying to merge you, but we're trying to make it make sense how she contradicted herself. We're making it make sense.
Because you're around people, just because you're around people that have the things that you're looking for doesn't mean that you're automatically going to connect. That doesn't mean they have the same interests. That doesn't mean they enjoy doing the same things. Like you have your own things that you're interested in. Like maybe she likes to go hiking and she wants to go hiking with somebody. Maybe they're not on the same page when it comes to children. Like just because she's around good moral character and men that have a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to date. And it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with her, and it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the man who's in the same situation. Y'all just really shit on people and make no sense of things.
She wants to be in a relationship. She pushing 50 years old. And she claims to
be this. And it doesn't matter.
She claims to be this person that knows it all.
It do matter. I want you when your titties is attached to your clavicles, not when they slapping your.
She's not looking for nobody your age. She's looking for somebody her age.
And she can't find him. Why?
She's looking for somebody her age who aligns with what she wants. And what she likes. Nobody like y'all can put a time limit on women. Y'all can put whatever you want on women, but we don't have to operate within your ideals. We haven't been operating within your ideals. Women aren't fucked off.
No,
there's a whole conversation about the lonely man epidemic and all this stuff. Women are doing what they want to do. People are going to do what they want to do. And that's okay. Like you can't just say women are shitty because they're not married, and women are shitty because they don't have kids. And don't nobody care about no kids. Like he ain't the end all be all. Just because y'all agree with this conversation doesn't mean everybody goes along with it.
So hold on, I'm gonna let also.
I don't care about what he says.
Well, you're
about to contradict it in the sense of like, well, a man said this, so we have to believe a man.
So just because a man said it doesn't mean we have to align.
That ain't the point.
And why the fuck
I'm drawing a comparison.
If y'all don't want to know what the fuck a man said, if y'all want a man, y'all gotta worry about the man.
Why y'all pressed about us when y'all can worry about yourselves? Y'all are talking about you can't change shit and everything and all these double standards that y'all have to deal with and all that. Y'all have so much going on with y'all that you can worry about.
Y'all see this shit right now?
Hold on. Let me play so we can give his definition of what he said because she brought him up. So therefore, we're gonna hear what he got to say about what it actually is.
That's what his opinion is.
Let's define it.
What you mean? The type of
guy because she's not going off of what he said. If she was going off of what she said and then contradicts herself, then it makes sense. But she's not going off what he said. She clearly defines something different. So bringing this up is irrelevant.
No, it's not irrelevant because
it's just how you would choose to align. You're just having a completely different conversation.
There was no Dr. Cheyenne Bryant before. And when there was Kevin Samuels, there was no Dr. Cheyenne.
There was a Dr. Cheyenne Brown. She just wasn't on the internet, and she's telling you what her beliefs are. He didn't write the fucking Bible when it comes to high value. Right. Like, what are you talking about?
Just listen.
Here right now is every day. But who are we kidding? The reason you my job is to make sure my clients look good, smell great, and are the best version of themselves each and every day. But who are we kidding? The reason you're here right now is because the term high value man seems to be everywhere. Full disclosure, I didn't create the term, guys. High value man has been with us for a long time. I have just put my own unique spin on it and kind of popularized it.
You're welcome. You don't need to listen anymore.
So many people are talking about high value this, high value that. And many times they're actually talking about me and saying as though, well, Kevin said this or Kevin said that. And many people are getting it 100% wrong. So in an attempt to make sense of all this, I want to give you guys the simple 6 basic principles that I define as being high value. Now, again, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. But this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying a high value man. So your mileage may vary. Your opinion is your opinion. But when I'm talking about it, this is what I'm talking about. So let's get it started. First of all, let's go over some basic definitions. High, great, greater than normal in quantity, size, or intensity. Value, the regard of something held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. And man, an adult human male. So when you put all that together, what do you have? An adult human male that's greater than normal importance or usefulness to what? The group. Basic economic principle states that the value of something is what a market is willing to pay for it. The value is determined by what? The market. And when we're talking about individuals, the market is other people, men or women. So a high value man is completely determined by the market. Case in point, you can have a vehicle, a home, anything in your possession. You can hold it dear. It could be supremely important to you. But when you put it on the market decides. And there's an upper limit and a lower limit. It doesn't really matter if you think the low is too low or the high is not high enough. That's what the market is willing to pay for it. And that is its overall value. That has been with us forever. So when we start talking about that, we're dealing with people. It really throws people off because it seems so cold, so calculated. But like it or not, that's the way the world is. So let's get into this whole high value man thing. Number one, in order to be a high value man, it starts with money. Again, like it or not, I didn't put the 6-figure thing out there. It's been with us since the mid 80s. And like it or not, that's where this whole thing starts. You can't be high value and homeless. So you have to make a certain amount of money. And the line is roughly at $10,000 a month adjusted for Atlanta dollars. If you live in San Francisco, LA, New York City, where the cost of living is higher than 100%, you need to adjust it. So $10,000 a month gets the starting point off for high value. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you what the world gave me. Number two, that money needs to be made over a length of time, i.e. performance. And that's roughly about 5 years. And about the 3-year mark, you're kind of starting to scratch the surface. Why does it need to be 5 years? Well, because guys, it's a matter of consistency and stability. Look in the NFL, the NBA, anybody can have a great season, but having a great season does not automatically mean you're going to the Hall of Fame. They want to see consistent numbers over a period of time. You know how this works, just like I do in business. You can't be a one-hit wonder or have up here and down there. Consistency, performance over a length of time. That's why that 5-year mark is so important. Like I said, around 3 years, you're starting to scratch the surface, but at 5 years, people can pretty much count on you to say, this person understands and knows how to get it done. Number 3 is group acceptance. Like it or not, guys, high value man is like a fraternity. It's like a club, a secret society. And high value men know other high value men. They're welcoming men into the group. They know what it takes to be there. They know what it takes to get in there. And high value men, group acceptance is supremely important. Guys, secret societies, fraternities, organizations have always been with us. And you know how this just works in just general interaction. Guys that just make their own secret society or club, but it doesn't matter as much as somebody says that group is important. Guys, this is about separation. High value men tend to huddle around other high value men for reasons I'm going to go into a little bit later. But group acceptance is another critical component of being a high value man. Why is group acceptance so important? Because the next part, a network. You have to have a network of other high value men and others. This is another stumbling block for a lot of guys, for a lot of people, because they may have the money, even the length of time. They may look like they fit the group, but if they don't even have any other high value contacts or network, a group of others, that person is going to be looked at with a side eye. Think of it like this. If you're sitting at the table with 10 high value men, and each of these 10 men has 50 contacts, that's 500 contacts, and you sit at the table and you have twice as much money as any other man on there, but you have 0 contacts. What can you effectively get done other than throw money at it? These other men can make phone calls, exert influence, move things to get things done. And you can only do what? You can only do what? Offer money and potentially feed off that network of contact. One thing high value men know and understand.
All right, so that's pretty much the gist of it. So in regards to all of that and what we were talking about, yeah. Did he say he put his own spin to it? Absolutely. Right? But at the end of the day, what we're talking about is contradictory. What she would take versus what she said, versus what she would actually take, and then versus when the guy asked her, hey, so would you take this low value, high function man? No. Then when you asked her again, then she said, well, it doesn't fit my life. It doesn't fit my lifestyle. Cool. Understood. I get that. I understand it. But there's a contradictory there. So you basically saying, based off of your own definition and what you explained, you're going to take the high value man that's low functioning over actually taking the high functioning man that's low value. Because if the man is high functioning, he has the skills and he has the wherewithal to get to become a high value man in her own definition. So that's the point that's being made. So nobody's pissed off at, nobody cares about the tax bracket that we're in. We're just calling the bullshit where it's at. Mm-hmm. So, because nobody knows how much nobody makes here. We don't know that. We don't know how much Raw got in his bank account. I don't know how much Ashley got in hers. I don't know how much Kay got. I don't know how much Marcus got. I don't know how much I got. But we're going based off of what she said and things she said in the past. And we bring it all together. Contradictory. Full of shit. And if you got all the answers, because men and women are the same, so you can't use, well, how come he didn't have a woman, but she got to have one? It's two different things. A high value man. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, Ash. You said you want somebody that makes more money than you, right? So
no, I said he needs to make equal or more.
Equal or more. Same difference. Equal or more.
So she's looking for a high value, high functioning man.
Hold on, okay. Preferably more, right?
No, it can be equal or more. There's no preferred. It needs to be baseline is equal or more. That's base, equal.
Okay. So in layman's term, preferably more. We got it.
Okay. It's like you're not listening all over again. It's weird to me.
Y'all just keep adding. Y'all just keep adding.
No, you got to call it a spade a spade.
No, I literally said equal, and yet you're going to, he has to make more. You're not
what we're doing, we're being disingenuous.
What we're doing
no, he said, but you would rather.
I said, but what we're doing, you doing is that you just did the exact same thing that she did. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant just did. You just did the exact same thing. I said, but you would prefer, if you had to choose, you would prefer him to make more, correct? That's an honest answer. Yes or no? That's like,
and I answered you. And I said, my baseline is equal. So then that should be the start of where the conversation is. Okay. Then
so if that's at the baseline, so why even say more or more? Just say, yeah, I'd rather him make the same as me. And we
semantics. Okay. I want him to make it same.
We'll pay something.
Okay. I want to make $70,000 a year.
Doesn't mean she's not going to accept anybody who makes more. So you're like limiting.
If she's not going to accept it, that means preferably more, right? Because if she didn't prefer it, cool. She'll just take the dude that makes the same amount. But hey,
she's not preferring it. She prefers. The preference is that it's baseline.
Neither here nor there.
It is because you're literally trying to say he needs to make more money, and I didn't say that.
Say he needs. See, I didn't even say need. I said preferred. That's not a need. Preferred is not a need
right now, Courtnee.
Hold on. No, we got to break that down. You can't go and say, well, I said this, but then turn around and say, I said need. I said preferred.
No.
I don't need it, but I prefer it.
I said the same thing before. You just said I said preferred, as in I did not say equal. Because right now we're going off. If you said it, it'd just be she prefers more.
Who would prefer more? Who would not prefer more? Who would not?
Anyway, we'll start the baseline.
Who would want more? That's what I'm getting.
Cool. We'll start at the baseline. At the end of the day, it's still a contradiction. In order to get to wherever level you at, you have to be a high functioning man. So what the point is, she's contradicting herself the entire fucking time.
She's not contradicting herself at all.
She's called, and we called out. We literally sat here and heard it, and every time she contradicted herself, myself, Marcus, and or Raw, you saw the facial expression we made.
Because y'all not listening, but we didn't have that facial expression. That's the thing. Y'all have your own opinion, and
I watched it. This is not my first time watching this. I've watched this
then that's even worse,
and not listened to it.
But
the problem is, I understand. I'm not negating the fact of what her decision of what she wants is. What I'm talking about is the contradictory. Y'all keep talking about the fact, well, she can have what she wanted. Cool. But I'm talking about contradictory of it.
What is she specifically contradicting? Because she's saying that she won't take somebody making $20 an hour and when she's making $1 million, and that's the problem.
But she said she would. She said she would prefer low.
How do you know that the person making $20 an hour isn't making $1 million?
She wants somebody with good character that's making money somewhere in her tax bracket. It doesn't have to be more. It doesn't have to be equal.
I don't listen.
Hey Kim, hey Kay, did she not say I would rather have a low value, high function? Did she say that?
Then a high value, low functioning, correct.
Low value, high functioning. Low value, in the term of low value, makes way less money than she does.
No, it doesn't mean way less.
Though, that it doesn't.
That's what it means.
It means
I got a question.
Much less.
I got a question.
What? So you can classify someone making $500,000 as a low value person. You cannot do that
for her. You're not thinking if she's making millions of dollars. If she's a millionaire, right? She doesn't want to date somebody who's making $20 an hour.
That same person would be high value considered to me if he makes $500,000.
Are you trying to say still that anyone who makes $1 million and someone who makes $500,000 isn't still in a qualification of high value?
That's up to her, and that's why she said it's substantive. It's substantial. It depends on the person. So for her, if there's a limit, if she's multimillionaire, she wants you to at least make $1 million, then that's her baseline right there. That's what she's looking for. You don't have to make equal to her. You don't have to be making equal millions of dollars.
We get that part. She should not use the word high value, low value, because it makes most normal people think that she's down to earth. And I think what she wants people to think.
She's explaining for the average and everyday person as well as people who are in her tax bracket, and she explained exactly why she did it and explained exactly what she meant by it. And yet we're still going off what you guys think is high functioning and high value, even though she separated and explained it and broke it down to you. I'm confused as to why we're still here.
You understand what she meant, is what she wanted other people.
Because if a motherfucker's making some bread,
they just want her to say that she needs somebody to make more money than her.
No. Don't tell me I can't buy a bitch if you worried about my bread. Because if I get a certain amount of bread, I'm buying the bitch. That's all it is at the end of the day. All this fucking Chinese semantic shit that y'all women always like to go into is stupid as fuck.
Okay.
If somebody is high functioning, a byproduct of functioning at a high level for extended period of time is that money gonna come with it. So what are we talking about?
Y'all talking about Kevin Samuels, and we're talking about what she's talking about. And we're in the same conversation as her, and y'all are in a whole different space. Right. And that's okay. That's
like a rich bitch trying to sell pussy.
I see how we got the he, they, them, she, all the things. I can see how now because
y'all
whatever your definition of anything is at that time, that's what it is.
Only accept what you believe. Y'all only accept what you are willing to accept, and that's okay.
It's made up. It's logic.
Fairyland and all this other stuff.
You can't just say that we're in fairyland and all of this stuff just because you choose not to have the depth of the thought or have the understanding.
High function, high value.
It's not right or wrong. So
and y'all sit up there and talk about, if he's not in my tax bracket, but oh my God, we're not talking about money. Then what the fuck is a tax bracket?
We are talking about money. Money does play a factor. That's the whole point of the conversation. Money plays a factor. Y'all ridiculous. It's fine.
Because then y'all get up there and talk about
y'all are married. Y'all
I don't want nobody that works a job. Because if I want to take a trip, he can't take a trip. So a nigga just magically ain't got fucking sick days and vacation days now? Because the nigga that run the company can't take time off like that neither. He got a company to fucking tend to. So let's be fucking realistic.
You just
all these bitches get online and they fucking sell courses and shit, and because they fucking selling courses and motherfuckers is just paying them for a fucking video that they got on Udemy or whatever the fuck platform, they think that everybody else just got fucking free time. If you high fucking functioning, you got some fucking money behind you, and you probably ain't got the time to deal with them bitches, and that's why they single fucking now.
Okay. Oh, so you just want to attack people because you don't like what we're saying and you refuse to listen to it.
Like I told you, I don't go to the trainer.
Mm-hmm. I know that's the problem.
Lower your tone out.
Reality. Y'all got to go to these motherfuckers that ain't even face half the shit that y'all face, and they tell you, "Oh my God, if you do Sudoku in this coloring book, it'll fix
just because if a doctor can work on you if you have cancer, doesn't mean the doctor has cancer. So get the hell out of here with that analogy. That's stupid as hell.
And the doctor don't even know the cure to cancer. They're gonna give you some petroleum-based drugs that don't really do shit, and then maintain the shit long enough to fucking get rich off your ass till you die.
But you gonna go to him.
Courtnee had something to say. Courtney had something to say. He wanted to say.
Who the fuck going?
What did you have to say, Courtney?
I ain't got nothing to say, man. Y'all got it.
Oh, I thought you said that when we were done talking.
I ain't said nothing. I'm letting y'all rock. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
I think, we will always just agree to disagree on this. And that's the joy of just being
disagree. We disagree to disagree. Because women fucking here in fucking Disneyland fairy world and men here in reality.
Well, lucky for you, you're married, so you don't have to deal with it.
I don't give a fuck what the fuck I am.
Lucky you. So you don't even have to worry about the issues that we're dealing with.
Men gotta wake up every day and create fucking shit out of the world that don't even fucking exist.
Mm-hmm. And yet y'all are still getting married, so it's working.
Enjoy what the fuck come with fucking men coming out here and fucking existing.
People are still getting married, so it is working some way or another for them. Everybody has their own lane.
Y'all agree with the bullshit she's talking about?
I don't understand why you so upset.
Right.
What are you so upset about?
I feel like that was a little bit of a personal attack in a negative manner, and we need to bring that down about 2 notches because that's unnecessary.
How was it a personal attack? Y'all agreeing with a single bitch, and y'all fucking say that the shit makes sense. We telling y'all the shit don't make sense. So why is it not making sense for none of y'all?
Just because y'all say it doesn't make sense doesn't mean that we have to be like, oh, okay, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Y'all doesn't make sense. We don't understand anymore. And we're just going to go ahead and follow you guys because it makes sense to y'all. We're not just going to go on your side and be like, oh, okay, now that you changed the conversation, it makes sense.
You don't have to be on my side. And
apparently I do. You want me to literally tell you, oh my God, you're so right. You guys are so right. Let me change how I think. No, I hear y'all.
It's the fact. No, it's the fact that you got to make it make sense. It don't. I guess it only makes sense. The only time we do this all the time. Y'all done it before. Every time a woman says something, it makes sense. Now I can be objective about the situation when it makes sense. If it makes sense,
so now because we're agreeing with a woman again, we're not objective.
Hold on, okay. The fact of the matter is, I've said it plenty of times already. She's already contradicted herself in the entire thing. We explained to you exactly what a high functioning man is and how that ties to what being a high value man actually is. You can't have one without the other. You can't be a high functioning man with everything that she listed what a high functioning man is without being a high value man. Now, if you're talking about the only time that matters is when you got scammers and drug dealers. And a lot of times, even some drug dealers, those niggas can't be high functioning, but it still comes with a lot of fucking money. So with that being said, and a lot of times the niggas who do sell dope and who ain't making a lot of money are low functioning ass niggas. So with that being said, the niggas who are making a lot of money, the men that she's talking about, that's high value, these niggas are high functioning men as well. That's the point that's being made. You aren't going to give it on a broad spectrum. On a broad spectrum. Look, let's take it away from celebrities. Let's take it away from everybody. You talking about let's take it to a regular 9 to 5. Let's take it to a regular 9 to 5 man. Let's just say he make let's just say a high value of 6 figures, right?
Who are you going off with, Sam or her?
Who?
Whose opinion are you going off of? Hers or Sam's?
That's why I gave you both examples. That's why I said you can't have one without the other. It ain't gonna happen because you can't be in STEM. You can't be in STEM and tech. They make 6 figures. We all know that. You can't be in that field without being a high functioning man. You ain't gonna be in that field. You have to be ambitious. You have to have all of that in order to get to where you're at in STEM and field.
All of what? I want you to break down what you see as a high functioning man, high value.
Exactly everything said. So high economic status. He has to be charismatic. He has to be emotionally intelligent. He has to be ambitious. Have to be all of these things. So therefore, you can't separate the two. They all are part of it. And this the byproduct of that will then come the money. So what are we talking about?
So you think every person out here that has money is emotionally intelligent?
For the most part, you have to have some sort of
emotional. You can't get money without emotional intelligence.
No, you have to have some sort.
Tell me your definition of emotional intelligence to y'all.
A person who understands their emotions and knows not to act on those emotions. I am aware of my emotion, but I'm not going to act on my emotions just because you may have said some shit that pissed me off. So I know people who are. I know a person. We know salesmen who do this all the time, and salesmen are the top and high earners. So they have to be emotionally intelligent because they deal with a lot of people. I've been in sales before. I know what it takes to be a salesman. So therefore, you have to be able to have emotional intelligence because you're going to have certain people who are going to be coming at you a certain way. They're going to have attitude. They're going to curse you out. You got to be able to hold that shit in. Even though you want to say, motherfucker, I can't stand your bitch ass. I can't. You have to have all of that. So why do you think the people who are in sales and who make the most money, they have that? That's part of their character. That's what
okay. Here's the thing. I've been in sales before, right? I've also been in sales. I've also been in sales with men who have had plenty of money. They can manipulate you. They can talk to you. They can sell water to a whale. But at the end of the day, they go home, they sniff coke, they beat on their wife, they sleep with a lot of women. They do all these other things that are not bringing any high value. I mean, that any high function. They're not a high functioning man. They can be a drug addict. They can be drunk at work every day. They can be drunk, at home. They can be drunk on a job. They can be an asshole. They can have the disgusting attitude behind the scenes, but they turn it on to make that sale because what? Money talks. So you can't say that you're a high value and a high functioning man just because you're in sales or just because you can manipulate or identify emotions and work around them. That's not the only thing that she's looking for. You also have to have good moral character. Just because you can be up there with the money and not have good moral character. So that's a high value man in terms of money, which is what she's talking about.
You still can't take it away because guess what? Guess what he still has to have to get that money? What also comes with high functioning man?
You can be ambitious. You can be ambitious, but you're not a high functioning man.
That's why you cannot separate the two.
One thing.
I need you to look at the definition of emotional intelligence. I just sent it to our chat because I need you to look at the definition. And then I want you to come back because you're only choosing one of that definition when there are several things in that definition. And then come back and tell me because it makes a lot more sense of why you guys feel this way if you're only seeing emotional intelligence as regulating your emotions. That makes a lot of sense then because it's not just that when we say emotional intelligence, but if that's how you see it, then I can understand why you think the two need to come together.
Where did you see it? Where did you send it?
I put it in our chat, our phone chat.
Yeah, I don't see it in here.
Yeah, it's
so Courtney's probably referring to a lot of the stuff that's in here in the definition. But you also have to have good character. You can do a lot of this stuff, but it's not just emotional intelligence. There's more morals and character to it.
You're not going to get 100. You're not going to get 100% of everything, ladies. Like, are we going to be for real?
Correct, and that's what she's saying.
That's my point. But that's why you can't separate the two. It's never going to be separated. It's always.
It is going to be separated. I just gave you an example of how it's separated, and what in her terms, it's her opinion. And
wait.
So you can make that be a piece of shit.
If we're going to talk about her video, then we need to talk about her opinion on the high functioning, high value. Otherwise, we're just going off of anything else. And
hold on. I actually put something in the chat. Right.
The only thing that you guys are discussing right now is self-regulation and motivation. There's no empathy included. There's no self-awareness if you're a piece of shit. And then there's no social skills. Just because you can manipulate people, that doesn't mean that you have social skills.
You can't get bread without social skills.
You need to have all of them to have emotional intelligence.
For what?
Okay.
I think we're talking about two different things. We're talking about a woman's version and a man's version.
I'm just saying. That definition is vast. If I have emotional intelligence, that's for me. I don't give a fuck about what you going through.
That's not for you. That's empathy is included in emotional intelligence.
And y'all killed Charlie Clerk over Charlie Clerk.
Who is y'all? That was one man who decided he wanted to kill Charlie. Relax with that.
No,
relax with that.
It's not one.
Which was a man who doesn't have emotional intelligence.
Because people got on the internet control and agreed with the bullshit and stood on it. So we're not gonna do it to one man.
What are you saying?
Like we're just never going to agree on it, and that's okay.
Everything that I said emotional intelligence, that's part of it.
It's not. You don't include empathy. Social skills are just talking about manipulation because you're using
you have to have that in order to be in sales. even that's just that alone. You have
empathy.
to.
You do not have that when some people that you're talking about.
But you don't have
the
to have.
only thing you mentioned in sales was that he had emotional regulation and he can manipulate people.
Okay, so
you
we
don't have to have empathy to be
semantics
successful in sales. You don't have to empathize.
Like I was saying, like CK said, and he was very, very right. Empathy is a heap of fucking shit.
No, it's not, and that's part of the problem why you don't understand a lot of things.
If you
have to be empathetic in order to provide the proper compassion. You have to be empathetic. If you can't think about how a person feels in their shoes, it's stupid.
I think that you guys are emotionally intelligent. I just sometimes don't agree with some of the things that you say, and that's